son, I was born ready. Welcome to the factory, everybody. We're going to have a big time. Save it, save it. Here comes the countdown. I think. From the edge of Music City, live from Liberty Hall at the historic factory at Franklin, Music City Roots is on the air. Welcome to our live audience listening in on Hippie Radio, watching on the web, or best of all, right here in person at a sold-out crowd. Let's hear you. Yeah. Thanks for joining us on our historic night. It's the start of a new era of Music City Roots in our brand new home. I'm Keith Bilbrey. I'm honored to be your announcer tonight. Please welcome my co-host. He's a giant in Americana and real country music. Has a wonderful new album called I'm a Song, and he truly is. Sometimes we may think he's actually one. I think he is. Here's Jim Lauderdale.
Thank you. Thanks so much. Welcome, everybody. Well, Keith, you were mentioning the new record, and I've got a song that is on that new record that is just right for a night like tonight.
All right.
Hello, my name is Mr. Sunshine. I've been away until you smile. You gave me something I could treasure. Let's have a good thing together. Now we can open what was closing. Why should we wait another moment? Starting right now, it's getting better. Let's have a good thing together. The magistrate of fate has spoken. The laws of attraction can't be broken. Seems like I've known you for forever. Let's have a good thing together. Let's have a good thing together. Thank you so much, everybody. And welcome to Music City Roots, live from Liberty Hall, live from the factory. Mm-hmm. That's got a nice ring to it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well,
kind of rolls off the top.
It does. It kind of rolls off. And we are so excited to be here tonight, aren't we, Keith?
Oh, we are.
And,
we are.
well, and you know how it is when you move into a new place. You're not sure where everything is, and you're still moving in and out of boxes, right? Well, let's all get comfortable together, shall we? Let's just be in the same box here together. You know,
How about the cushy seats, huh?
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. I might have to come out here and sit myself watch some of the show. And, well, thank you for coming out so much and joining us for the broadcast tonight. And we're going to have a great time. We've got a special lineup to go with our special night. But before we hear about it, I want to make sure you've been formally introduced to our MC and radio announcer. He's on the air, and he really does care.
Oh, I like
Mr. Keith Bilbrey.
Thank you, thank you. I really do care. And you really are a song, aren't you? One big old song right there.
And over here on stage right, nothing's changed in that chat room.
No.
Our interview guy and show blogger is still there, ready to help us all get to know our guest musicians. He's author and music journalist, Mr. Craig Havighurst.
Yeah!
Hey! Great to see you guys. This is, I don't even know what to say. It's amazing to be here. The Liberty Hall, that does sound good. And we're in the historic factory at Franklin, and of the many thank yous I have to rattle off tonight, maybe the top of the list is David Pack and Tammy Price from the factory for making it possible for us to be here and find this incredible home. We're gonna spend a lot of time here, and we're gonna have a ball presenting music. So thanks to them. You got to get Jim's CD. I'm a Song is a great album, and we have a merch store now that's right out that door, and you can the Music City Roots T-shirts and so forth. But we've also got the brand new Jim album, and it is fantastic. It's getting good reviews already. Another huge thank you is, of course, something that does not change about this show, and that is our wonderful Nashville broadcast partner, Hippie Radio 94.5 FM. Make sure you see their beautiful dune buggy back there. They've been so great. They were here broadcasting from the Roots Radio store today, and so we appreciate them. Tom Morales and his team at the Sapphire Restaurant and Bar. They provided the delicious food. They are feeding the staff, the crew, and everybody in our little area back there, and public food, everybody. So if you haven't visited up there, that's where we're selling you guys something great to eat from Sapphire. And they are also hosting our official after party. It's a pick-and party. You can bring an instrument. You can join in. We're going to be encouraging as musicians as the weeks go by to come and have a drink over there after the show. All pickers and artists and guests welcome. Blackstone beer will be available. The Stoveworks restaurant is the other great eatery here in town, and they are providing the lunch for our crew. We really appreciate that so much. Speaking of food as well, we're welcoming a brand new sponsor tonight with our move here. And we needed a new sponsor and a new name for our legendary show closing jam. The Loveless Jam just wasn't gonna quite work anymore. Did you know that there's a company in Nashville called the Nashville Jam Company? And they make amazing jam. They are homegrown, privately owned, a company with values that absolutely meshed up, and we were so excited. They are over there in Merch World. Go visit them, and you can also taste their stuff at Sapphire later. We're looking forward to the Nashville Jam at the end of tonight's show. That does it. Let's hear it for all the folks that made this possible, that built this stage, that put the lights up, that put the sound up, that have the webcast going. We are indebted to everybody. Lots of hard work. Now, we've got a Blackstone Brewery lineup, of course, and it's a special one. You knew who's coming, and they are going to be doing 2 duo sets tonight, 2 full-length sets as a duo, Emmylou Harris and Rodney Crowell.
Yeah!
We are so honored. And in the second set, a band we adore from Nashville that just says everything that is great about the new, young East Nashville scene. Humming House is here, welcoming them back to our stage. Now we're going to get started. Jim Lauderdale.
Thanks, Craig. Craig Havighurst, everybody. Well, folks, humility and graciousness are important qualities in an artist who's trying to get to the truth. And they're qualities embodied by our first guest tonight. You've probably seen him lending his voice, guitar, and songwriting to legend Guy Clark. But we're excited to present him on his own terms, sharing his own exceptional songs. Please welcome the first artist to play Music City Roots in our new home, Mr. Verlon Thompson.
What a night. You know, I don't get to hang around this town too much. I'm always out playing around in other places, so maybe a lot of you don't know much about me, so I'm going to tell you about myself right now. I came to Nashville 30 years ago from Oklahoma. I walked away from rock and roll to get my honky-tonk diploma. I was hungry, young and hungry, and I was looking for an offer. Miss Loretta Lynn, she took me in, that sweet coal miner's daughter. Bless her heart. But she never did do one of my songs. But one day she did say, now darling, she said you should hang around with guys like Holyfield and Harlan. She said they go to lunch and they smoke cigars and they'll drink a glass of brandy. She said they write big hits and they leave big tips and spend their evenings with their families. Oh, but I'm glad she didn't tell me just how far I had to go in this show we call the business, in this business we call show. So I played the Hickory Holler Mall, and I played at Union Station, and I learned to do my little Johnny Cash impersonation. And then one night he walked out of the back. It was him and Miss June Carter, and he said, son, I have heard better, yeah, but not one who tries harder. So I put that in my bio. I told everyone I know. I said, man, I'm in this show we call the business. It's a business we call show. Yeah. Well, it was Waylon that introduced me to Mr. Jimmy Gilmer of the Fireballs. And together they convinced me that I could do it all. Yeah, but later it would come to pass that I could not play that part, 'cause I just could not kiss nobody's to get my records on the charts. Whoa, but my mama, she's still waiting. Oh, she listens by the radio. I say, mama, it's just a show we call the business. It's just a business we call show. So here's to all my music brothers and my music sisters too. Here at home and on the road, this one goes out to you. When the print gets fine on the bottom line, don't you give away your soul to this show we call the business, to this business we call show. It's just a show we call the business, y'all. It's just a business we call show. Oh, thank you. So there you go. See, you already know about the past 30 years of my life. All that stuff is all true. Loretta Lynn and Johnny Cash and all that kind of stuff. But there's another phase of my life I want to sing to you about. I met up with an old, long, tall Texas boy by the name of Guy Clark, and he started toting me around the world, around the country, and all over the place, playing some wonderful places. And one night I sat down to make a list of some of those places that I'd been so I wouldn't forget them. And that list turned into this song. So here's a list of 43 places I played. You might recognize some of them. From poor David's in Dallas, to the Gallatin Palace, the Cactus Cafe, the palms and the birch, the bluebird, the gray eagle, the tin angel, iron horse, and of course the grand old mother church. The station in, exit in, fruit again, Michigan, Flat Rock and Round Rock and Little Rock Jacks. Dublin to Tullamore, the down home and the troubadour. Long as they want us, we'll keep coming back. You see, we ain't been everywhere, but we're trying to get there. And if you let us tune up, we'll throw down a set. Book us a room, we'll be in your town soon, 'cause we ain't been everywhere yet. The Ark and the Handlebar, Wolf Trap and the Apple Farm, Pootie's Hill Country and St. Augustine. At the foot of Denali and down on Swanee, and that night I can't talk about in New Orleans. On Live Freedom Radio, the Birmingham's, Zydeco, Reno and Conroe and somewhere in France. Bunkhouse in Brenham and the barns of Vienna and the riding arena at the real South Fork Ranch. You see, we ain't been everywhere, but we're trying to get there. And if you let us tune up, we'll throw down a set. Book us a room, we'll be in your town soon, 'cause we ain't been everywhere yet. Floribama, songwriter Rama, the Merle and the Strawberry Festivals all. The Liberty Lunch and the Fireman's Kitchen and Music City Roots at the factory with y'all. You see, we ain't been everywhere, but we're trying to get there. And if you let us tune up, we'll throw down a set. Book us a room, we'll be in your town soon, 'cause we ain't been everywhere. No, but we're sure trying to get there. You see, we ain't been everywhere. Thank you. Well, so now you know about 30 years of my life, and Loretta Lynn and Johnny Cash, and 43 places that I've played. But I need to tell you about another part of my life. It's the most important part of my life, so we can't go any further without covering this. This happened out in the Anadarko Valley back in Oklahoma, in the middle of Caddo County. They're having a little Indian stomp dance one night, and an old farm boy pulled up in the shadows and started watching and saw this gal dancing around the fire, and this is what happened. Now he was born a farmer, and she was born a queen. And she was a charmer, and he was just a little bit green. And with nothing in common and nothing to do, they came together from out of the blue. Sweet dreams, they do come true. So he brought her presents, and she felt his desires. And she found him pleasant. Oh, so she set him on fire. They were looking for something that they could call true, both waiting for someone who was way overdue. Now sweet dreams, yes they do come true. So he left the country and she left her throne. They were feeling so young and alive. Now he made the money while she made the home. Then in no time, a little baby arrived. My father's still that farmer. My mother, she's still a queen. And she's still a charmer. And he's still just a little bit green. But it's nothing uncommon. Oh, it ain't nothing new. How they came together, it could happen to you. 'Cause sweet dreams, they do. Yes, sweet dreams, yes they do. Oh, sweet dreams, they still do come true. Thank you, thank you. If you were listening close, you figured out that was a song about my mom and dad. My dad was the old farm boy, and my mom was that Choctaw gal dancing around the fire. Her name is Darweta, Darwettia, and she plays the mandolin. She's the one that got me started on all this. And not long ago, my buddy Guy Clark told me, he said, Verlon, you need to write a song about your mama. He said, everybody knows you won't get into heaven if you don't write a song about your mama. Now, I didn't know that, but I decided it wasn't a bad idea. So I started thinking about how to write a song about my mama. And man, that name, Darweta, that's a hard one to squeeze into a song. And then I thought, well, I'll write about where she's from. Well, she's from a little place called Greasy Bend, Oklahoma. Greasy Bend. I thought, man, I don't know if I can use that. But then it occurred to me, wait just a second. Greasy Bend rhymes with mandolin. I can do this. Now down in Greasy Bend, they're picking up a storm again. The bridge across the Washita is swaying. You can hear it on the wind. Yeah, the music never ends. Darweta's mandolin keeps playing. Now every hobo coming up the holler used to leave a secret mark upon her gate. It was a sign to all the others who might follow her. saying stop a while and visit, man. She'll feed you beans and biscuits, man, and pick some boiling cabbage. And down yonder while you wait, so down in Greasy Bend, they're picking up a storm again. The bridge across the Washita is swaying. You can hear it on the wind. Yeah, the music never ends. Darweeta's mandolin keeps playing. Play it, mama. Yonder comes a peddler in his wagon. He's got pots and pans and lots of shiny things. And he promised young Darweeta he would have 'em. Not no box of candy kisses, no, not no dolly dishes. Her one and only wish was for some brand new Mando strings. So down in Greasy Bend, she's picking up a storm again. The bridge across the Washita is swaying. You can hear it on the wind. Yeah, the music never ends. Darweeta's mandolin keeps playing. Yeah, my mama's mandolin keeps on playing. Come on, mama. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. I'm hoping that my mom has got her ear up against the computer or the radio or something tonight, listening back there in Oklahoma. Her and Dad both. I'm blessed that I still got them both with me, and yeah. You bet. This is a song that's a little more about my dad. If you do one about your mama, you better do one about your dad, too. My dad is one of the toughest old sons of guns that I've ever met. And I hope to God that I'm just like him. Well, the constant wind across the sand, it can whittle down the toughest man. And the cold sneaks underneath the door until you don't think you can take no more. And that summer sun gets hot as hell, and it'll dry up all your wishing wells. So you build your dream and you wait around for that next blue northern to tear it down. And you can't change Caddo County. Now you can stay or you can go, but you can't change Caddo County. You see, the same old wind will always blow. Now my dad said, son, I'm gonna tell you right now. Said you don't have to follow this same old plow. Said there's a big old world across the county line, and you can come home anytime you change your mind. But you can't change Caddo County. Now you can stay, boy, or you can go, but you can't change Caddo County. You see, that same old wind will always blow. He said you can't change Caddo County. He said you can stay, boy, or you can go, but you can't change Caddo County. He said the constant wind across the sand. He said I deal with it the best I can. What you can't change, you get used to, till they throw that cattle dirt on you. Yeah, thank you. I guess I'll do you one more song about Oklahoma, and then I'll move on to something else. This is about the little town I was raised in, a little town called Binger. It had 601 people in it, and this old boy by the name of Johnny Bench came from there and went on to be a Hall of Famer, baseball Hall of Famer. And that was the first time anybody ever escaped from Binger. And I'm the second one. He's like barbed wire and baling wire. He's old and rusted. His knees and his knuckles are banged up and busted. But he's polished his buckle and got that hat adjusted. He's Oklahoma again. Now the water and the oil, copperheads jumping. The water and the oil and copperheads jumping. The old domino players are still cussing and shuffling in Oklahoma again. Rain gauge half empty, rain gauge half full. You can't please everyone, but you can chase a tornado or ride a wild bull. There's plenty of good, clean fun. Now the ladies meet downtown for quilting and patching. They watch out the window at all the drama and the action, like old Don Vernon Thompson spitting and scratching in Oklahoma again. It's cowboys at home and it's Sooners away. It's a cold beer and hot barbecue kind of day. It ain't win or lose, boys, it's how hard you play in Oklahoma again. Rain gauge half empty, rain gauge half full. You cannot please everyone, but you can chase a tornado or ride a wild bull. There's plenty of good, clean fun. Now the bases are loaded and the bleachers are packed, and they stop everything just to give him a plaque. You see, he's Hall of Fame Johnny, and he keeps coming back to Oklahoma again. He's like barbed wire and baling wire. He's old and rusted. His knees and his knuckles are banged up and busted. It's one more trophy now that'll need to be dusted, but he's Oklahoma again. It's good to be Oklahoma again. O-K-L-A-H-O-M-A, Oklahoma again. I've talked too much and I've overrun my time slot here, so I'm going to do this real quick. I was passing by a pawn shop in the older part of town when something caught my eye, and I stopped and I turned around. I went inside and there I spied in the middle of it all this beat up old guitar just hanging on the wall. What do you want for that piece of junk? I asked the old man, and he just smiled and he took it down and he put it in my hand and he said, "You tell me what it's worth, son. You're the one that wants it." He said, "Tune it up and play a song and let's just see what haunts it." So I hit a couple of chords in my old country way of strumming. Then my fingers turned to lightning, man. I never saw it coming. It was like I always knew it, but I don't know where I learned it. It was a dream come true, so I just reared back and burned it. Lost all track of time. There was nothing I couldn't pick. Up and down the neck, man, I never missed a lick. It was like that guitar played itself and there was nothing I could do, and it was getting kind of hard to tell just who was playing who. And when I finally finished, I was almost out of breath and my hands were shaking and my old shirt was soaking wet. And that old man jumped up and grinned and he said, "Where in the hell you been?" He said, "I've been waiting all these years for you to stumble in." And he grabbed an old beat up case and he said, "Go on, man, pack it up." He said, "You don't owe me nothing." But when he said good luck, there was something spooky in his voice. And there was a strange look on his face. And when I closed the lid, I saw my name was on that case. Thank y'all very much.
Verlon Thompson. Oh, man. That was awesome. Thank you. Verlon Thompson. Oh, yeah. Man. Very first act here.
Some hot picking there, isn't it?
That's right.
Hey, let's give a shout out to his lovely wife, Demetria Kaladimas.
Let's do.
She's having to work tonight. Couldn't be here, but she's listening. So, DK, wish you were here.
We sure do. And folks, if you have a smartphone, an iPhone, an Android, you can get a Roots Radio app.
I got it.
It's under Roots Radio. I've been mistakenly saying for all these months it's a Music City Roots app, but it's actually a Roots Radio app. It's free, and you can listen to Music City Roots 24/7 when you're not listening to hippie radio.
Yeah,
you
don't
can
forget
tune
that.
in. So check that out. And I want to turn things over again to the man who puts the brie into Keith Bilbrey. Keith Bilbrey.
Okay, I'll see if I can put it back in there. Well, what if you never had to pay for gas again? Wouldn't that be sweet? If you drove the 100% electric, no gas Nissan Leaf, you could answer that question. And so far, 55,000 customers in the United States alone know the answer. You would save a lot of money. You'd save a lot of time stopping at gas. Wait just a minute. I want to tell you a true story. I got a neighbor that's got one of these Leafs. You got one, don't you, Larry? Well, I got a neighbor that does. So I'm up at the gas station, and for some reason, he always times going by about the time I hit $40 on the pump. And, hey, Keith, how you doing? I salute him back. That's another story. But, you'd have lower maintenance costs, and the list goes on from there. Every new Nissan Leaf in the United States comes from right here in good old Tennessee. The vehicle and battery plant are located in Smyrna, just a short drive from here. The Leaf has seating for 5, so the whole family can come along. Yeah, he puts his whole family in there to watch me pump gas. Currently, if you buy a new Nissan Leaf here in Nashville, Nissan's No Charge to Charge promotion provides you free access to public charging stations for 2 full years. Talk about range confidence. The folks in the audience can see one right over there. Yeah, we got one over there. The rest of you can visit your local Nashville dealer and test drive the 100% electric, no gas Nissan Leaf. Nissan, Nashville proud. By the way, the folks in the audience are reading programs on office equipment provided by Digitech. Hello to Chip Ayers and his lovely wife here with us tonight. If you need copiers, printers, or serious office machinery, you can find them at digitechllc.com. Now, we're going to head over to the Griffin Technology chat room. Griffin Technology is one of the world's foremost creators of accessories for home, mobile, and personal technology. They're all about communication, and so is our friend Craig Haverhurst. How about it, Craig?
Here we go. This is fun. One more time for Verlon Thompson. We're going to have a few words with him while they set up our next band. Well, you told the story in 2 songs, so I'm not sure what there is left to ask about. I loved how you hit, we talked on Hippie Radio the other night, and I loved how you hit so many of those beats in that song. But let's talk about the thing that motivated you to come to town. A friend of yours apparently made Nashville sound like the place you needed to be. And when was that, and what were you doing otherwise that tempted you away?
Well, I had a little band out in Colorado at the time, and this guy that had played some drums for me, he came on out to Nashville and was touring around with a well-known artist. And he came back to Colorado, Craig, and he told me that, he said, Verlon, they pay guys to just sit around in rooms and make up stories and songs out there. And they call them staff songwriters. And he said, I think you can do it. So I packed everything up immediately and came out here looking for one of those staff writer jobs.
Was that still a time when you could actually walk Music Row, knock on doors, see artists and songwriters and publishers just kind of walking the streets a little bit?
It sure was. When I got here, I had like $200 to my name, so I got a job with a landscaping company. And on rainy days, I would actually go to Music Row and knock on doors and walk in and play people's songs. And that's how I got into Loretta Lynn's office and played them some songs, and the rest is...
Now, they told you maybe the first time it was like, you're right, maybe not quite, but come on back, keep visiting.
Yeah, in fact, I believe the word she said was... Verlon, I don't like any of these songs, but I got a feeling you're going to write some that I will like. So keep trying and bring them back. And I did, and she stuck to her word, and she gave me a spot there at the Coal Miners Music. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
What would you say has guided what you wanted to be as a solo artist when you get those chances? You're obviously devoted a lot to your guitar playing. Your songs are rooted in stories, what we heard tonight. Characters, actual scenes and places. So how would you describe it from your point of view?
Well, my early influences were storytellers. You know, out there in Oklahoma, there were other Oklahoma singers and songwriters. Roger Miller was one of the first I heard. And then, there was J.J. Cale right up the road. And, of course, Jimmy Webb. And the list goes on. And then later on, it would just... My luck that I fell in with one of the greatest storytellers ever, Guy Clark. And, it seemed like it all was that's just meant what I was meant to do, I guess.
I see. Do you have a great appreciation and love for singing harmony and supporting a larger thing, another artist maybe, or a band?
Absolutely, yeah. I tell my wife sometimes that I would be happy going on the road with a band just playing the bongos or the shakers or a tambourine. And she said, no, you wouldn't. I said, yeah, I would. I just love that. I love to just stand back in the back and add to the sound. Yeah.
Well, we're glad you stepped forward tonight. Before we go, you've got a record that's beautiful out called Find Your Angel, duos with fiddler and vocalist Sue Cunningham. And it's both a concept album and a live show.
Right.
And it's lovely. Any word about that?
Well, it's sort of more of a theatrical thing. It's a story about a girl and a boy and a fiddle and a war. Pretty much covers it. And I narrate the whole thing, and it's all held together with beautiful music and songs. And we're trying to get out there and let everybody hear it.
Okay, great. So appreciate having you here, be our inaugural artist in the factory. Thanks a lot. Verlon Thompson, one more time. I see a green light. I see Jake. I see a lovely lady in a Vietti chili can. It must be Allie Sutton. She's back. Allie Sutton.
Hey everybody, I'm so excited to be here. And now it's time for a word from our sponsor, Vietti Chili. New places, new faces, everywhere I look. But one thing remains the same. Beans without Louisiana, hot dog, chili mac, it's all so good. In Nashville, there's only one name. Vietti chili, it's all natural. Vietti chili, yeah, it's gonna warm your soul. Welcome to Music City Roots, live from the factory. And it is time for a word from our sponsor, Vietti Chili, that Nashville hometown chili. Vietti Chili, it's all natural. Vietti Chili, yeah, it's gonna warm your soul. Beans without Louisiana, hot dog, chili mac, it's all so good. In Nashville, there's only one name. Vietti chili. Well, thank you. And thank you to Jake Stone. And don't forget to check out those Vietti chili nachos over there in the concession stand. And of course, join us for the after party at Sapphire for some pickin' later. And now let's get back to the show with Mr. Jim Lauderdale.
Thank you so much. Allie Sutton, everybody, and her friend Jake Stone. That was mighty fine. Well, on occasion, when we're featuring some of the world's greatest songwriters, we really wanted to enhance the night with a band that speaks to the spirit of the new Nashville. So we've turned to a group we've really fallen for these last few years, and they've figured out a fresh way to blend folk, Celtic, and gypsy swing into an energetic sound. Please welcome Humming House.
I keep spinning my wheels, but digging my heels in and focus so close. And why do I feel so alone? Knowing what I know, I keep heading headed for home, but everyone's gone. My favorite songs make me feel so alone, but I keep headed for home. I feel so alone, but I keep headed for home. So run with me when hope is high. Run with me when the water's dry. Run with me when hope is high. Never let me go. Run with me into the night. Run with me to the morning light. Run with me into the night. Never let me go. We don't need to understand. Never let me go. Just run with me and take my hand. Never let me go. Counting our years and fighting our fears. Even if it goes wrong, we gotta keep rolling along. Even if it goes wrong, keep rolling along. Even if it goes wrong. So run with me when hope is high. Run with me when the water's dry. Run with me when hope is high. Never let me go. Never let me go. Just run with me and take my hand. Never let me go. Never let me go. Never let me go. Oh, 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 whoa, never let me go. Oh, oh, whoa, oh, oh, whoa, never let me go. And run with me when hope is high. Run with me when the water's dry. Run with me when hope is high. Never let me go. Run with me into the night. Run with me to the morning light. Run with me into the night. Never let me go. We don't need to understand. Just run with me and take my hand. Never let me go. Never let me go. Never let me go.
Thank y'all so much. We're thrilled to be here. That was Bobby Chase on that killer solo at the beginning. This next song is it's one of ours. It's a Celtic-inspired song. We just released it last December, so we hope you like it.
Let's go back and paint up the hills. The colors may run, but we can be still. And the sky will break through the leaves like an old tapestry. And we can just be as we fly on, just like we always do. Fly on, forever is better with you. The seasons were kind in spite of the storms. There's age in your eyes, but the fire is warm. Out to the sea, this river it flows like an old mountain stream. Our story it grows as we fly on, just like we always do. Fly on, forever is better with you. Ooh. Oh, the storm as we fly on, just like we always do. Fly on, forever is better with you. Well, thank you guys so much.
Thank you all.
Well, if it's all right with all of you, we're gonna let this lovely lady take one. This is Leslie Rodriguez right here to my right.
Thanks, Louis. Let's go build a sidewalk. Let's go build a tower up into the heavens till we're down and in the clouds. I'll go get my hammer. You go get your screw. We did this thing together. Oh, what do we got to lose? What do we got to lose? What do we got to lose? Nothing but hours on nuts, bolts, and screws. Come on. I put down my anger. You put down your shame. Build us a foundation and bury your pain. Yeah, bring your bricks and mortar. I'll go find some glue. Stick this thing together. Oh, what do we got to lose? What do we got to lose? What do we got to lose? Nothing but hours on nuts, bolts, and screws.
Come on, Nash.
Nuts, bolts, and screws, nuts, bolts, and screws. Ain't got nothing to lose but nuts, bolts, and screws. Nuts, bolts, and screws, nuts, bolts, and screws. Ain't got nothing to lose but nuts, bolts, and screws. Hey, hems and nails and boots, hems and nails and boots. Ain't got nothing to lose but hems and nails and boots. Hems and nails and boots, hems and nails and boots. Ain't got nothing to lose but hems and nails and boots. Hey, yeah, yeah. Nothing but hours on nuts, bolts, and screws. Hey, what do we got to lose? Yeah, nothing but hours on nuts, bolts, and screws.
Leslie Rodriguez, folks.
Thank you all. Thank you so much.
Grab your cap and your traveling map and your thrift store shoes. I'll go get my cowboy boots, 'cause we're gonna move. I was feeling shy until I realized that I was being a fool. All 'cause you were calm and you were cool, and all I had to do was move. Now I'm feeling like a freight train. That's how I'm feeling lately. Want the scenery's changing. Girl, you got me on the move. The countryside is just flying by. outside this old window pane. Oh, it's looking like an Irish day, yeah. Oh, it's green and it's gray. Now I chose the tapping wall, the clicking and the clacking of this railroad line. Keeping rhythm, keeping rhyme, I'll just keep them in the line. Now I'm feeling like a freight train. That's how I'm feeling lately. While the scenery is changing, girl, you got me on the move. Oh, I'm feeling like a freight train. That's how I'm feeling lately. While the scenery is changing, since you got me on the move. Oh, I say, oh, I'm tongue-tied, wide-eyed, over the moon. I got nothing to lose. Got a ticket for two. Oh, I'm tongue-tied, wide-eyed, over the moon. I got nothing to lose. I got a ticket for two. I got a ticket for you. Oh, I say, I got a ticket for you.
Thank y'all.
So, y'all, we had the honor of finding out today that our esteemed host, Jim Lauderdale, is not only the king of broken hearts, but as of June 24th, is that the right date?
2014.
The self-proclaimed father of brograss, which is the bro country form of bluegrass. So, everyone, next time you see Jim,
Look it up
make
on
sure
YouTube.
you address him with his new proper title.
Brograss.
One, two, three.
Round about and around again. I'm not dizzy from the whiskey in my head. Now we're on the ground, but we're not dead yet. Do you offer me a spade of it? Will you leave me undeceived me, or just keep me in this cell where we belong? I am sound, I am stronger than all the cold forsaken depths of your regret. Tell me now, I won't ask again, but please tell me what would only my friend. Will you leave me undeceived me, or just keep me in this cell where we belong? Will you leave me Lord, just keep me in this hell where we belong.
It's Leslie Rodriguez on those vocals again, folks.
And Joshua Wallach on that mandolin. Thank you.
We're very thankful to be here tonight. Is anybody else excited to be here tonight? I'd like to personally dedicate this next song to my family listening in down in Florida. On Sunday, my mom and my dad and my sister, brother-in-law, and their 4-month-old child were in a pretty horrific car accident, and they all miraculously walked out of it, and I'm very thankful that they are still here. So they're listening in down in Florida, so this one is for them. And if you've heard any of our music before, we're playing a lot of new songs this evening. So we just finished up recording a brand new record that we're very excited about. This is a song off that record. It's called The Great Divide. It's about kind of taking risks and doing what you believe in. So here you go. We were southern souls on a western road as the valleys climbed into mountains tall, and we wondered why we were there at all. It was the great divide and the mountains tall, singing, oh, whoa, oh, whoa. We were singing, oh, whoa, oh, whoa. And if we find our way, we may never be the same. There were ups and downs on those alpine peaks. There was higher ground, there were canyons steep, but we made our way with our voices proud. Off the rocky walls we could hear their sound, singing, oh, whoa, oh, whoa. We were singing, oh, whoa, oh, whoa. And if we find our way, we may never be the same. And if we lose everything, what have we to gain? If we don't try to go, we may never know what we were built to be. Only we can decide. If we don't try to go, we may never know. If we don't try to go, we may never know. If we don't try to go, we may never know. If we don't try to go. And if we find our way, we may never be the same. And if we lose everything, what have we to gain? If we don't try to go, we may never know. If we don't try to go, we may never know what we were built to be. Only we can decide across the great divide.
Thank you all so much.
Thank you.
This is our last one for the night. Thank you so much to Music City Roots for having us. We are just more than thrilled to be here. Congratulations on this beautiful new space. We're also thrilled to be supporting the Bonaparte's Retreat Dog Rescue. We're all big dog lovers in this band. Justin has 2, I have 2. So. And the rest of the guys, they do love them. Anyway, this is the first song that we ever released. So you may be familiar with it. If you are, it's a great song to sing along to.
Yeah, thanks again, everybody.
And dancing.
A gypsy Django from the east in a caravan on a Paris street. I said, oh now,
Oh, now.
I said, oh now,
Oh, now.
a dizzy jazz and dizzy wine, a World War swing for World War time. I said, oh now,
Oh,
I
now.
said, oh now,
Oh, now.
and with a glare in his eyes, oh, he'd stare you down the side. I said, whoa now, come on. Oh, Gypsy Django saved his wife from a burning house and a simple life. I said, oh now,
Oh,
I
now.
said, oh now.
Oh, now.
But he shipped her to that London town when World War II came crashing down. I said, oh now,
Oh,
I
now.
said, oh now.
Oh,
And
now.
with a glare in his eyes, oh, he'd stare you down the side. I said, whoa now, come on.
Oh, now.
Whoa now, oh now, now.
Oh, now.
Oh, come on. Roman charm and a banjo guitar, laying hearts in harmony. His fingers fast were made to last, to fly the paths of his story. He play on,
Play on.
and that jigsaw song. Oh, each strum, are you down to size? Everybody go, go. I said, oh now, oh now. I said, whoa now, oh now. I said, whoa now, oh now. I said, whoa now, oh now. I said, oh 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 now, oh now. With a glare in his eyes, oh, he'd stare you down the side. I said, whoa now. Thank you guys so much. We're Humming House from right here in Nashville, Tennessee.
We love you all.
Woo! Humming House. Thank you. Aren't they fantastic? Humming House, everybody. It's great. Oh, they loved you guys. I'll tell you what, Keith, they put the scald on it.
There was a scald if I've ever
They
heard
put
one.
the scald on it. They really did. Wow, Keith, I'm just in awe of Liberty Hall. Hey, how's everybody in the balcony? You doing okay up there?
Yeah. I didn't
You
know
know,
there was
I'm
a
just
bell.
in awe of this place, Keith. It's beautiful from the lighting to the little details, like the Kirkland rugs.
Yes, you
you
have
know,
your own.
it just feels like home to me.
Hello. It is like home. You know, there's certain things that, just little details that make a house a home. And you can find those at Kirkland's. Did you know that? All the comfy touches.
Yeah, that's right. And you know, folks, Kirkland's wants to help make your place special with their Dream Room giveaway. All you've got to do is sign up online. What's the name of that website again, Keith?
Oh, here we go again. You're going to have people put your name in under.
No,
I
for
remember
the
your
folks.
cousins and all. Okay, well, it's kirklands.com/roots. It's a nationwide drawing, so take a minute to sign up for Kirkland's Dream Room giveaway. kirklands.com/roots.
You know what, Keith? I must be dreaming now. This
Why
must
is
be
that?
a dream. I don't know. I just felt like saying that. It just feels like this couldn't be real, could it, ladies and gentlemen? This couldn't, but I guess it is. And I'll tell you what, I'll leave you with one of the
I'd
most...
follow you if I knew where you were going, you know?
I know. That's what I dreamt of. That's what I'm dreaming about right now. And gosh, before I wake up from this beautiful dream,
Yeah.
I want to dream that you're going to make some other dreamy announcements.
That's right.
Keith.
That's right. Just two old country boys from North Carolina and Middle Tennessee. That's it, boy. We're
That's right, Keith.
making it big in the big time.
Yeah.
You know, this is good stuff.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to make it.
Yeah.
I'm going to make
Oh,
it.
you've already made it.
Nuh-uh.
You're listening to Music City Roots on Nashville's Hippie Radio, WHPY, Bellevue, Nashville, 94.5 on your FM dial. Music and fun for hippies of all ages. The Dune Buggy is parked right over there. Go by and get your picture made with it. If you can get in and out of it, you can get in there and make your picture. Now, that is hippie. And, of course, we're broadcasting live from the new home inside the historic factory at Franklin Liberty Hall. Isn't this great? At the intersection of Franklin Road and Liberty Pike, just 15 miles from Nashville, 6 blocks from downtown Franklin. Come visit our new Roots Radio studio and store here at the factory. We'll be doing our nightly Roots Radio Hour on Hippie Radio here starting next week. Big hello to Rodney French and his gang here tonight from French's Shoes and Boots. Reminding you that French's Boots is your headquarters this summer for the best deals on Justin boots and more. If you're in the house tonight, you can see a display of their beautiful bootwear up in Sponsor Village. French's can outfit you from your head to the heel of your classic Justin brand boots at the best prices you will find anywhere. Visit French's Shoes and Boots off the square here in Franklin, downtown Nashville, right there on 2nd Avenue and all across Tennessee. Tell them we sent you. They'll treat you like family. Or visit on the web at musiccityboots.com. Now back over to the chat room, Griffin Technology and Craig Hamhurst. How about it,
I love me
Craig?
some Griffin Technology. And I love that band, Humming House. From Humming House, folks, Justin Wade Tam and Leslie Rodriguez. Oh, wow, what an ensemble. We loved meeting you guys a few years ago. As we learned then, this band had its origins in a Celtic jam.
That is
a
very true.
regular gathering of people who got together to play Irish tunes and reels and jigs. Take us back to that. What was going on? Why were you even there?
Well, I just gotten back from Ireland, and my wife was doing a master's over there at the time in Trinity in Dublin, and so we were missing Ireland, and so we decided to bring it to Nashville, and so we started having these Celtic jams called Finnegan's Folly.
Right.
So because we're a sucker for alliterations in Humming House, of course. And
Joyce allusions as well, I'm sure.
Yes.
So that's where I'm.
Yes, indeed. But yeah, it was we all kind of started jamming around with these traditional pub tunes and some whiskey, and that sort of rolled into, hey, I've got these original songs, and why don't you guys come in and play on them? And that kind of rolled into an album, and it rolled into a band. So
Did your songs already kind of have that feeling and flair, or did they begin to steer a little bit once this started to take root?
Yes.
A little of both. Sure.
Yeah, I think they definitely. I've kind of always been influenced by Irish singer-songwriters, but they. I think I just really appreciate their lyrical form and the narrative stories of a lot of the songs. So.
Why did the Gypsy wind its way in? It was in the name of that early song that you played there at the end of the set, and of course it's a musical influence that we all pick up from Django Reinhardt and Stefan Grappelli, the most famous of a big genre with a lot of nameless people. But
Yes.
why did that word and that feeling appeal to you?
I've always been inspired by Django Reinhardt, I guess. I think just his story is fascinating. And so the song Gypsy Django was this very last tune that we played. It's just a loose biography of his life and his time. He's just a fascinating character. He was kind of kept up in Paris during World War II by a German officer because he was an amazing musician, even though he was a gypsy. And just some really fascinating nuggets of his life that I find really unique. So.
Yeah, any guitar player will know.
Not to mention he's a wicked guitar player. So.
Oh my God. Leslie, you joined about a year ago, this band of guys, and what appealed to you about the music? How have you settled into it? What do you love about it?
I was really lucky because I was already a Humming House fan. And I knew these guys. I knew Josh and Justin from college. Josh and I were actually in a band together in college. And so Josh knew that I was a singer. And already being a fan, I already knew all of the songs because I listened to the CD all the time. And then they asked me, my favorite song on the first album at that time, it's since changed around a little bit, but at that time it was Mrs. Worley. And the first time that I got to sing that song with these guys, wanted to explode. I was so happy. So, so yeah, it worked out really well for me. I was very fortunate.
You all have made a record that's out now called Live at the Red Clay Theater. So once y'all pull together, you're able to go and track some of the familiar stuff and a few new songs live. But you also then in the winter got to make your first album as this band.
Right.
So take us there. What went down? It's not out yet, but give us a sneak preview.
I'll let Justin take that.
Sure. We went back in with Mitch Dane and Vance Powell, that are good friends of ours, and we tracked a full studio record, and we're just actually in mastering right now. So a lot of the songs that we played tonight are on the record, and so we're kind of trying out a lot of them live. And then in addition to that, we went in and recorded another live record here in May. So
ambitious people that you are.
What's that?
Ambitious people that you are.
Yeah, we were really inspired. There's this Beach Boys record that came out in the late 60s called the Beach Boys Party. Huh. And they recorded this party that they were at and this record, and it's a really, really fun album. And so we sort of wanted to capture the, revelries of our live show on an album. So we went in and recorded this album at a house live with a bunch of friends, and so that's probably going to come out very soon. But yeah.
There's some nice photos of these sessions, and Mitch Dane is a very well-known producer and somebody that's worked across a lot of genres. I'm sure a lot of folks here, they're never going to get to be in a recording studio making a record, even if some of us fantasize about it. Can you just describe kind of what's the atmosphere you try to set? Is it all day and all night? Is it, well, just a little bit, without the...
Oh, we had a lot of fun. It's actually, it's kind of like a homey setting. There was, every morning there was already coffee made, and we would all show up, and it was all day. That we were there for a week, 2 weeks. And it was all day and hanging out and a lot of fun.
Yeah, and Mitch has the most ridiculous recording gear. As a gearhead, I'm just drooling every day. So,
right.
And Vance is a fantastic mix engineer as well, and he really just put some amazing finishing touches on the record. So.
Yeah, I always wonder what the producer brings. That's a little different to every recording project.
It was interesting because we worked with these same two producers on the first album, and they sort of both recorded it, and then Vance mixed it. And this record, Mitch recorded and produced the whole album, and then Vance came in and mixed it. So it was kind of a different process, but I think it kind of came out for the better.
And it was also my first time ever doing an album like this, a studio album, and so that was where the pictures came from. I took my camera in with me every day and took just as many pictures as I could. We have a photo blog called humminghousewithaview.com, and I wanted to give everybody the chance to see what it looked like every day for us. So that was why those pictures showed up.
Very nice job. Those are pro-level pictures.
Thank you.
I was admiring them today.
Thank you.
Well, it's been a big year. You've done South by Southwest and this Sayamo, I never know how to say it. I don't know. It's got beaches and boats involved and beautiful blue water in the middle of February. So I hope the year continues to be grand for you guys, and thank you for being a part of our opening night here at the factory.
Thank you for having us. This was amazing. Thank you.
Justin Tam and Leslie Rodriguez of Humming House. Go see them at a venue near you. And now I think we're going to move on to some amazing music. Jim?
All right. Well, simply put, the artists taking the stage right now are giants in our music. He settled in Nashville in the early 70s from Texas and found both commercial success and acclaim from his peers and music historians. She brought folk roots and haunting beauty to country radio from the 1970s onward, becoming one of the most admired vocalists in American music. Their recent collaboration album, Old Yellow Moon, was the culmination of decades of friendship and music making. We're so excited they'll be performing in 2 sets here tonight. Please welcome to Music City Roots, Emmylou Harris and Rodney Crowell.
Oh, it's an honor to be here for the first show in this new space. I love this. It's great. Is everybody enjoying themselves? I mean, it seems like there's not a bad seat in the house. Living on the road, my friend, is gonna keep you free and clean. Now you wear your skin like iron, your breath's as hard as kerosene. But your mama's only boy, but her favorite one at sea. She began to cry when you said goodbye. Sank into your dream. Pancho was a bandit boy. His horse was fast as polished steel. Wore his gun outside his face. For all honest words. Pancho met his matador on the deserts down in Mexico. Nobody heard his dying word. That's the way it goes. All the Federalists could have had him any day. Only let him slip away. Out of kindness, I suppose. Lefty, he can't sing the blues all night long like he used to. The dust that Pancho bit down south ended up in Lefty's mouth. The day they laid poor Pancho low, Lefty split for Ohio, where he got the bread to go. There ain't nobody knows. All the Federalists say they could have had him any day. Only let him slip away. Out of kindness, I suppose. Poets tell how Pancho fell. Lefty's living in a cheap hotel. The desert's quiet and Cleveland's cold. So the story ends with told. Pancho needs your prayers, it's true. Save you for Lefty too. He only did what he had to do. He's grown old. All the Federalists say they could have had him any day. Only let him slip away. Out of kindness, I suppose. Could have had him any day. Only let him go so long. Out of kindness, I suppose. just like the sun over the mountaintops. You know I'll always come again. You know I love to spend my morning time like sunlight dancing on your skin. I've never gone so wrong as for telling lies to you. What you've seen is what I've been. There is nothing I could hide from you. You see me better than you can. Out on the road that lies before me now, there are some turns where I will spin. I only hope that you can hold me now till I can gain control again. And like a lighthouse, you might stand alone. Landmark the sailor's journey's in. No matter what sea I've been sailing, I'll always roll your way again. Out on the road that lies before me now, there are some turns where I will spin. I only hope that you can hold me now till I can gain control again. Till I can gain control again.
Mr. Rodney Crowell. How about meeting somebody back in 1975 and saying, well, what have you written lately? And he played me that song. I knew I was going to stick with this guy.
That's only because you never married me.
That's right. We've managed to have a long, healthy relationship. But we'll sing a song. We'll pretend. Here we go.
would you come to me for to ease my pain? If you needed me, I would come to you. I would swim the seas for to ease your pain. My baby's with me now, since I showed her how to lay her lily hand in mine. The lip and will agree, she is a sight to see, a treasure for the poor to find. Would you come to me? Would you come to me for to ease my pain? If you needed me, I would come to you. I would swim the seas for to ease your pain. Just an ordinary story about the way things go. Round and around, nobody knows that the highway goes on forever. Yeah, the old highway goes on forever. But she never would have done it if she hadn't got drunk, hadn't started running with a traveling man, if she hadn't started taking those crazy chances. Everywhere they go and sit you there a short time, they'll be long gone before you know it. Yeah, you'll be long gone before you know it. She said, never ever known it when it felt so good. Never ever knew it when I knew I could. Never ever done it when it looked so right. Even in the end of broad daylight. Alligator Bay and the bars don't close, it's a real thing down in Louisiana. How did you ever see a case when it really got mad, when it really got trouble like a daughter gone bad? It gets real hot down in Louisiana. But I'm a stranger ready to share. She said, never have I known it when it felt so good. Never have I knew it when I knew I could. Never have I done it when it looked so right. Leaving Louisiana in the broad daylight. She said, never have I known it when it felt so good. Never have I knew it when I knew I could. Never have I done it when it looked so right. Leaving Louisiana in the broad daylight. This is an ordinary story about the way things go. Round and around, nobody knows, but the highway goes on forever. That old highway goes on forever.
Appreciate also Music City Roots supporting Bonaparte's retreat. Adopt, don't shop.
I hope that I won't be that wrong anymore. Maybe I've learned this time. I hope that I find what I am reaching for, the way that it is in my mind.
Someday I'll get over it, and I'll live to see it all through. But I'll always miss dreaming my dreams with you.
Change me not if I can. I'd rather believe in love and give it away as much as I can to those that I'm fondest of. Someday I'll get old to see it all through, but I'll always miss dreaming my dreams with you. I hope that I won't be that wrong anymore. Maybe I've learned this time.
Emmylou Harris and Rodney Crowell. That was amazing. And Y'all are going to take a little break, I take it, and then, come on over and talk to Mr. Craig. Wasn't that fantastic? My gosh. That's about as great as it gets. I can't, are y'all excited about the next set? I'll tell you what, I am too. And how about you, Keith? What have we here? What is this?
That's my new chair from Kirkland's. You like that?
That's nice. Why did they give it to you?
Well, because of all the nice things I say about him.
But Keith, I say nice things about him all the time, and I'm constantly
you
giving
don't
my
even know
friends and family to sign up for the big Dream Room giveaway.
You don't even know the web address. What's the web address? Don't look at that card.
You know what? I'm not going to tell you because I know it, and because you asked me, I'm not.
It's that North Carolina stubbornness in you, isn't it?
Hey, how's everybody up there in the balcony? Let's change the subject for a second.
That is so cool.
Here.
I love having a balcony. I love my chair, too.
Yeah, I bet you do, Keith. Anyway.
You know, that last set, I'm glad we got a break here. I just couldn't take any more, man. I need a little break here, and then we'll get back to it. I'm gonna take my chair, I'm gonna sit it down front there, and I'm just gonna really enjoy this next set.
You know what, Keith? I covet that chair, and
you should not
I wish it was mine. But you know what? I'm happy for you.
Yeah, you are.
I'm happy for you that you own that chair. And,
I think because I've got that chair now, I'm going to write some hit songs. That is a sure hit songwriter's chair right there.
That sounds great.
You better look out, Mr. Lauderdale.
I will. I'll look out, and I'm going to turn things over to you now, Keith. You and your precious
Me and my precious
chair from
Kirkland's chair.
Yeah,
That's nice. That's my color right there. Well, we'd like to welcome back one of our good friends and sponsors, Bob Forster from Star 129 Diamond. Bob's just gotten back from several weeks out of the country on an amazing bucket list trip to Italy and hiking across Spain with his daughter, Grace. Boy, doesn't that sound like fun. Speaking of once in a lifetime, the next time you have a special occasion, take a look at the amazing Star 129 Diamond. Visibly brighter than ordinary diamonds, guaranteed to come with the industry's highest rating for scintillation. Now, to learn more about their patented sparkle technology, just take a look at star129.com and see the amazing Star 129 at fine jewelers all across the country, including their office in New York's Diamond District. Now, here at home, it's available exclusively at Forster's Family Store, Diamond Outlet on Hickory Hollow Parkway, or by appointment in your own home, working hard to set the bar for integrity and trust in the diamond business. Now it's time to go back to Craig over in the chat room. Griffin Technology, making it easier to connect to the music you love. Craig, who you got? Oh, I see who you've got over there.
Familiar faces. During the little break here, we would love to have a little word with Emmylou Harris and Rodney Crowell. Make them welcome. This means a lot to have you all here tonight, especially together. I got the wonderful experience of arriving in Telluride, Colorado last June, not this year, but last June, on Thursday night, and as I was setting my tent up out in the campground out there,
You're one of those people that actually camps out there?
I did. I had a great time. My arrival and my setup came right during y'all's hour-long set, and I was right between the speakers. It came through the woods. It was like listening to Old Yellow Moon in the perfect forest. It was so warm and beautiful. Y'all have been all over the country and probably out of the country too with this record and done a lot of interviews about it, so I've got nothing brand new I can ask, I'm afraid, about this project. But I know we'd love to hear kind of what, after so many years of working together, knowing each other, collaborating in one form or another, why the time finally came to put both your names on one record together and going out as a duo, because that's a big move.
You want to take it, Rodney? Okay, well, you know, you don't know how much time you have in this world, and I knew that there was one thing I wanted to do before I left it, and that was make a whole record with my dear friend Rodney. We'd been talking about it since we met, just about the first day in 1974. We sounded great together. He had great songs. We loved sitting around playing. music together, and we just did it. You know, we were in a band together, and Rodney went on in his own career, and I was really busy doing stuff. But, you know, finally we just decided to book ourselves that we would actually do a record together, and it was just, and now we're doing another one.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a second, but they came from the studio today, just getting started, I gather. Was the idea of you've both sung together, but going and being a duo and actually looking for songs that match the voices and I know you've loved the Louvin brothers and Everleys for years, but here you get to be a duo. Was that an extra little layer on what you like to do?
Well, our voices sound good together.
Sure do.
You know, that's always been kind of obvious to both of us. And from there, Emmy's mother always liked me, so I figured I was in.
Were the song choices obvious for Old Yellow Moon? How fast did those pop out as?
We spent some time talking about it with the producer, Brian Ahern. And Emmy had some opinions about songs we should do, like Bluebird Wine, which the first song of mine she recorded, made me buck up and rewrite it.
Yeah.
And
because people had never heard Rodney sing it, you know, like I had. The first song I ever heard Rodney on a tape, remember cassette tapes, was Bluebird Wine, and it was so great it made me want to meet him and know him and get some songs from him. And so that was actually kind of the beginning of this long relationship, a working relationship. And so I thought, you know, he sang it great, and let's just start at the beginning. So that was how that happened.
A sentimental choice. You joined the Hot Band sometime in the 70s, and I understand that you all had to tour kind of in accommodating Elvis Presley's tour schedule because James Burton was also in your band. Is that correct?
And Glendy Harden and Emery Gordy. So whenever they would get off tour with Elvis, we'd be ready to go.
Did you ever get to actually share the stage?
With Elvis Presley?
Yeah. Never worked out.
In our dreams.
Well, you've still got something. The current project, you're in the studio now. Was it obvious to you after Old Yellow Moon got finished and you were touring that when did this pop up that I want to do this again?
We want to have more fun.
And this time we sit down and wrote most of the songs together.
No kidding. Just getting started, but we'll see where that comes. I'm sure there's not really a plan just yet. Bonaparte's Retreat, I'm glad you mentioned it. We almost got through the end of the night without. But that is what tonight is. It's a benefit for Bonaparte's Retreat. And we so appreciate the work. It seems like lately, I don't know what it is about Facebook, but there have been more dogs needing homes on Facebook in about the last 2 weeks. They've been just popping up. Are there trends in that world? Are there times when suddenly there's more need, or is it a time of year? Do you watch these?
There is so much need that there's no point in talking about trends. I mean, there are so many dogs that get put down because there's no home for it, and it's just not necessary. If more people would foster, if more people would adopt from shelters instead of buying from a breeder, we could actually have no more homeless dogs. But in the meantime, there's just a great need out there for people, especially fosters. If people would decide to take a dog or a cat, you know, we have homeless cats too, into their home until a forever home is found for it. But I don't know about any trends. I know back when there were a lot of foreclosures, it was just terrible.
Oh, yeah,
People
yeah,
would
yeah.
just leave their dogs locked in a basement. You know, I don't understand that, folks. I don't understand it. But anyway, there were so many good people out there that were checking the area codes for foreclosures and would go around the houses and actually find the animals and call services to at least save the dogs for the time being. But don't get me started.
Before
actually.
we go,
This is what
any
I'm
place
saying.
you would refer people to go and get some more research done and kind of figure this out? Start with y'all's website. Would that be the place to go?
Well, a Bonaparte's Retreat, but there's so many wonderful. I mean, Metro Animal Control has so many wonderful animals for adoption. Nashville Humane. Besides Bonaparte's Retreat, there's so many other small rescues like my own. We are not a competition.
Right.
We want every dog to find a home, and we don't care whether it comes from Bonaparte's Retreat, whether it comes from Metro, wherever it comes from. We just encourage people to please open your homes and your hearts to these animals. They really will make your lives better, I guarantee you. We know, we travel with my 2 dogs and Rodney's dog.
Oh, yeah.
We have 3 dogs on the bus and the band and the crew. We're like the Beverly Hillbillies. It couldn't be better.
Thanks for all you're doing, and thank you guys for supporting Bonaparte's Retreat by being here. Continue to do so. Let's have some more music, shall we? All right. Thanks a lot, Emmylou, Rodney. Appreciate you so much.
Great. Well, I want to remind you that you are listening to Nashville's Hippie Radio, WHPY, Bellevue, Nashville, 94.5, our radio partner. We're glad they're along. Big hugs to Gina Hancock, Paul Kingsbury, and all our friends at the Nature Conservancy. Don't forget, the next week's Music City Roots, give them a big hand. Next week's Music City Roots show here at the factory will be a benefit for the Nature Conservancy and all they do to protect the air, water, land, and critters of our beloved planet. Make sure to get your tickets tonight and make plans to come party with us in the Nature Conservancy next Wednesday. We're going to tell you all about a very cool campaign they're launching with many of our roots artists called If Trees Could Sing. And speaking of singing, I think it's time for a little more of that. Jim Lauderdale, where did you go? Oh, there you are, over in the dark.
That's where I usually
That's
reside
where you need
these
to
days,
be, yes.
Keith. But, folks, let's hear it again for Emmylou Harris and Rodney Crowell.
Thank you so much. You take my guitar. Actually, I'm going to turn myself down. I have the magic button back here. Don't anybody look. Okay.
Love hurts, love scars, love wounds, and marks any heart not to
best friend Lillian and her blue tick hound dog. Sitting on the front porch, cooling in the shade, singing every song. Radio flared, waiting for the Alabama sun to go down. Two red dirt girls in a red dirt town, me and Lily. Just across the line and a little southeast of her. Loved her brother, I remember back when he was fixing up a 49 and he told her little sister, gonna ride the wind up around the back again. Never got farther than Vietnam. I was standing there with her when the telegram come to Louis. Now he's lying somewhere about 1,000,000 miles from Maria. She said there's not much hope for a red dirt girl somewhere out there. It's a great big world. Well, that's where I'm bound. And the stars might fall in Alabama, but one of these days I will swing my hammer down away from this red dirt town. Gonna make a joyful sound. She grew up tall, she grew up thin, buried that old dog, get in my crepe myrtle bush at the back of the yard. Daddy turned mean and her mama mean hard. Got in trouble with a boy for time, figured that she might as well settle down, so she dug right in. Across the red dirt line, just a little southeast of Maria. Oh, she tried hard to love him, but it never did take. Just another way for the heart to break. So she learned to bend. But one thing they don't tell you about the blues when you got 'em, keep on falling, 'cause there ain't no bottom, there ain't no end. At least not for real. Nobody knows when she started her skid. She was only 27 and she had 5 kids. Could have been the whiskey, could have been the pills, could have been the dream she was trying to keep. Won't be mentioned in the news of the world by the life and the death of a red dirt girl named Lily. Who never got any further across the line than Maria. Now the stars still falling out of the Alabama. Tonight she might lay that hammer down without sound in the red dirt ground. Ah, ah, ah.
The rock of my soul went to church on Sunday. The rock of my soul went to work on Monday. Clean across the levee by the railroad tracks. The other side of Houston in a two-room shack. Sweeping that confetti from a third grade classroom. The rock of my soul pushed the dust from my broom. The
rock of my soul didn't have much love. He came to town a grinning on the flatbed truck. The rock of my soul didn't have much charm. With a lack of education on a red dirt farm. He was fond of disappearing on an 8-day drum. Coming home smelling like a low-dance scum. And he said, I do like I say, and I do like I do. You might make me proud. Another Houston kid on a downhill skid for crying out loud. I'm a first-hand witness to an age-old crime. A man who hits a woman isn't worth a dime. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years old. That's what I remember about the rock of my soul. I told him I would kill him if he did not stop it. But the rock of my soul just would not drop it. I learned to lie like dirt. I could steal your shirt. Talk with a gun. Another Houston kid on a downhill skid like father, like son. Now I got out of prison about a year ago. 7 long years they went by slow. Didn't kill my daddy, but my mama tried. She shot him with a pistol and he liked to have died. And I'm on probation, living straight and true. And there is every indication that they are too. That's all I know about the rock of my soul.
So much. Rodney is such a great writer, and he's working all the time doing these. He's got a new record out now called Tar Paper Sky, right? But I want to go back and talk about a couple of records ago that he did. A record with a wonderful poet, novelist, Mary Carr. And talk a little bit about Mary.
Well, what she said, we're writing a group of songs that turned out to be, the title of the record is called Ken, with guest performances by Nora Jones and Emmylou and Chris Christopherson and Roseanne Cash. Vince Gill. And the co-writer, Mary Carr, she's a poet and a humorist and a foul-mouthed woman. And she said, yeah, let's call this record Ken, like people you want to drag behind your truck.
This is a song from that record.
Which bears no resemblance.
If I could live my life again, think of all the chances I would take. I'd love with all abandon just the same, 'cause that's the game. If I could cross a bridge from now to then, open up my chest and let it in, I wouldn't fight so hard against the pain. I'd let it rain. Long time, girl, gone by. I couldn't take my loves the way they came. My eyes projected each one with a stick. Though they gave me more than I could spend, I wouldn't rend. Hiding in my bridal veil of smoke, I said my lies until I thought I'd choke. Once there was nothing left that I could steal, I had to yield. Long time, girl, gone by. The seconds whisper circles off the clock. The ships go sailing past and never dock. The sea rears up, collapses and withdraws. Constellations swing and never pause. The wind winds through the small bones in my ear. I start to hear. The trees look just as pretty when they're bare. Black branches, hieroglyphic in the air. The leaves they left are rotted.
So I'm an orphan now, out here on my own, and it's hard to know where I belong. It comes as no surprise, it happens to us all, just like the sun will rise and night will fall. I know love is all I need. I know love is all I need. I know love is all I need. That's all I know. An image I recall, a picture on the wall of my mother on her wedding day. Young and naive, nothing of her sleep but the things that just got lost along the way. I know her love is all I need. I know her love is all I need. I know her love is all I need. That's all I know. There's a voice I hear. It comes in loud and clear. It's my father's voice teaching me. He says to be a man, you've got to be true to your word. Then when you make a stand, you'll be heard. I know her love is all I need. I know her love is all I need. I know her love is all I need. That's all I know. And I can see it in my children. I can feel it with my wife. And I know it with these friends I have who are so important to my life. I had a dream last night. I saw my ma and dad. They were happy now, and I was glad. They had this brand new house that they just moved in, and when I awoke they were gone. But I know her love is all I need. I know her love is all I need. I know her love is all I need. That's all I know.
For coming down, helping us out. Chris Tuttle on keyboard and accordion. Jed Hughes on the guitar. Mr. Byron House, bass and vocals. Thank you guys. They worked in the studio all day and then they.
And
we're gonna do the title track.
Yeah, title track from our LP. And this song written by Lynn Langham, who I think Lynn is here tonight, and Hank DeVito.
Who isn't?
Hank's not here. We are counting the stars.
with you right by my side. I've got nothing to hide from an old yellow moon. But now, as I turn back the years, so little I've learned about heartache and tears. But still, I'm making my way into the heart of an unknown highway. We are following stars way across the sky around the North Yellow Moon. But still, I'm making my way into the heart of an unknown highway. We are counting the stars out in the night around the North Yellow Moon. Out in the night around the North Yellow Moon.
Let's hear it for Emmylou Harris and Rodney Crowell. Oh. Emmylou Harris and Rodney Crowell, everybody. So amazing. Thank you so much. Folks, we're going to get everybody up here and do our jam tonight. So it'll take us just a minute, so don't leave.
All right, I want to remind you, what if you're getting a home loan was like borrowing a cup of sugar? Well, at Ascend Federal Credit Union, a mortgage is a recipe they can't wait to share with you. Ascend offers a wide variety of mortgage and home equity products with competitive rates and reasonable terms. Whether you apply online or at a local financial center, Ascend always keeps your best interest at heart. Whether you're buying your first home, refinancing for a better rate of funding, your forever home, Ascend will guide you through every step of the process. Invite Ascend into your search for a home loan and see what's possible. To begin your application, check the latest rates, or just to get a complete list of mortgage and home equity products, visit ascendfcu.org. You can also visit your nearest Ascend Financial Center or call 800-342-3086. Experience personal financial service that aims higher. Ascend Federal Credit Union, raising possibilities. An equal housing lender, Ascend is federally insured by the NCUA. Membership is limited. Craig, has this been a magical night or what?
This has been everything I hoped and more.
Wow,
I
yeah.
hope you guys have had a great time. We've been a little full tonight. Thanks for bearing with us. But, it's everybody, there's a lot of great attention on this evening, and we paid a lot of attention to it. But, folks, we're here all year. Every Wednesday night. We've just kicked off a summer season. Coming up later, make sure to check out the July 30th date on the website. It's a Country Music Hall of Fame and Museum partnership when we celebrate the 10th anniversary of the Night Train to Nashville exhibit and those Grammy-winning albums. August 27th, we're going to have our annual guitar night, very special, and some IBMA nominees coming up August 13th. So be sure to be here. Next week's Blackstone Brewery lineup is our Nature Conservancy fundraiser, and we are so excited about it. We've got from Memphis, Emmylou and her new album, Runaway Diary. She is awesome if you haven't seen her. Rachel Davis, an exciting new artist who I think will be playing for the first time. Nicole Atkins, same deal, cannot wait to hear her. And an old friend recently signed to Compass Records, Mike Ferris, coming back. That dude can sing, as I know you know. Tickets online at musiccityroots.com. And again, that's going to be a benefit for the Nature Conservancy. Loveless Jam here tonight is not the Loveless Jam. It's going to be very hard not to say it. But of course, as I mentioned at the top of the show, we've made some special friends. The Nashville Jam Company, who knew there was, it's so cool that this is a match made in heaven. And we hope you got to sample some of it up there and visit at Sapphire to try some too.
Yeah.
Also, there's an after party tonight at Sapphire, just around the corner, out the door, walk to your right when you get to the end of the corridor. Come and join us, have a drink. But it's been a fantastic night. Thanks, Keith. Thanks, Jim, for everything. And I think we're going to have a Nashville Jam any minute. Are we not?
Yes, we are. It is a great big deal. And I tell you, I sampled about 2 jars of that stuff up there.
That's not a sample, Keith.
May I recommend the peach brandy jam?
We've got some at home right now.
And the blueberry. Oh, just go on and on and on. Well, this is a big deal. The new name for our final segment is very simply and appropriately the Nashville Jam. And let me tell you why. The Nashville Jam Company was started by Gary and Courtney Barron as something they made from the abundance of their own garden as gifts for family and friends. It was so good that they started selling a few jars for fun at festivals and farmers markets. And now, even though it's in stores from New York to Texas, it's still made with that same loving care. Handmade, organic, all-natural gourmet jams and jellies, from traditional fruit flavors to wild tastes like strawberry habanero. You've got to try that. And garlic and Vidalia onion. Yes, in a jam. Try it. Trust me. Served proudly in the award-winning Sapphire Restaurant, the Omni Hotel downtown, and on biscuits here at Music City Roots. We're proud to introduce you to Nashville Jams and to give them even more reason to say, our jam rocks. And speaking of jams that rock, let's have one right now. What do you say, Jim Lauderdale?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, let's do it.
That sounds good. Hey, you know what? I think we must all be on a spaceship right now because this is an out-of-this-world experience.
It is, yes.
It really is. All right, well, let's do a Hank Williams song, all right?
Yeah.
Goodbye, Joe, me gotta go, me oh my oh. Me gotta go, pull the B-roll down the bayou. My Avon, sweetest one, me oh my oh. Son of a gun, we're gonna have big fun on the bayou. Jambalaya, crawfish pie, filet gumbo. 'Cause tonight I'm gonna see my share of me own. Big guitar, fill fruit jar, and big ale. Son of a gun, we're gonna have big fun on the bow.
The place is a buzzing. Reckon folks coming to see Von by the dozen. Yeah, the dressing in style are going hog wild. Oh my oh. Son of a gun, we're gonna have some fun on the bayou.
Jambalaya, crawfish pie, filet gumbo. 'Cause tonight I'm gonna see my shares of me.
town getting me a P-roll. And we gonna catch all the fish down on the bayou. Swap my mind by Yvonne, was she needle? Son of a gun, we'll have big fun on the bayou. Hey, jambalaya, crawfish pie, filet gumbo. 'Cause tonight I'm gonna see Mama Sazamio. Big guitar, filled through jar and Miguel. Son of a gun, we're gonna have big fun on the bayou. Son of a gun, gonna have big fun on the bayou.
Thanks so much, everybody.
What a great night. Oh, this is fun. Big thanks to Everett and all the gang at Sound Image for working extra hard to get the live sound installed here at the factory. They're the best in the business. Find them online at sound-image.com. Music City Roots is a production of Hang Die Media. Executive producers John Walker and Todd Mayo would like to thank the MCR team, many of whom literally work day and night to get things ready for the big move. Words cannot express the love we feel for our loyal tribe members. And of course, a big thanks to all our friends at Hippie Radio. Don't forget to join me for the Roots Radio Hour tomorrow night and every weekday at 7 p.m., except Wednesdays, of course, where we'll explore the roots of Americana and rock and roll and fun for hippies of all ages. Hippie Radio 94.5 on your FM dial. We're glad you joined us for this week at Music City Roots, live from the factory at Franklin. I'm Keith Bilbrey, and from the edge of Music City, good night.
Hang on.